Hello everyone. This is just so that a character that I just made, the guy can see and let me know if he needs any changes to it. This is the only way for him to be able to see it. Hello, Jen. I won't be on long. Like I said, I'm just here to show this guy his character, so that way he can let me know if he's happy with it. I'll show him and then I'll put him in a match and then I'll be going. Okay, he's here. Okay, this is John Old School. So this is your character, John. Hey, Jake. So do you want any changes made to him? You have a good day too, Jen. It's all good. Okay. Alright, so real quick, I'll put you in a match with another wrestler, so that way you can see how he fights. And let's see, we have Jake here in the chat. So I guess we'll put you up against Jake. And in doing that, you'll see how you'll actually be dressed for next season. So that way, because the outfit you have on right now will not be what you wear during Survivor. I go through at the beginning of the season, and I dress all the characters to fit the theme of being on Survivor. So you'll get to see... And we'll just do a normal one-on-one. Jake. And John. As you can see how Jake is dressed. Ah! I could have put you in the Survivor ring, but I forgot to change that. You knew I would stream? Well, normally I wouldn't be streaming, but I just made John Old School, and he's here in the chat, and I want to make sure he's happy with his wrestler. Normally I only stream on Friday nights. Your 5th grade teacher? And as of right now, the 2nd season of Survivor is completely full. I have no room for anyone else for the 2nd season. And we're not even quite halfway through the 1st season, but we're moving along. Yes, Feck. You are on season 2 right now. Hello, Batman Gamer. Welcome to the stream. This is just a quick stream so that I can show someone his character. And here he comes now. And I haven't made the changes that you asked for yet, Feck, but they will be done when Season 2 starts. This is John Old School, folks. He is John Rayner in the chat. And this is his character that I'm showing off. Moonstar, welcome. Like I said, this is just a short stream to show off this guy right here in the ring to his manager in the chat. Well, I'm glad you're happy so far. Oh, a reversal. Well, you seem to be doing pretty well so far against Jake. Yeah, I don't put any of the characters in the beach gear until the season's actually ready to start. Except for one person I did, but that was because I wanted to see. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I was on a Skype call with John while I made this character, so each step I asked him what he wanted, and this is what he told me, so I'm glad he's happy with it. Survivor Hawaii? Well, you never know where next season might be. Could be in Hawaii, as this season we're in Puerto Rico. Survivor Kush. Imagine that, Beck. Well, I'm really happy to hear that, John. I'm really happy. I will admit, most of the characters I have on the show were created by other people, but in Season 2, there are going to be several that I actually created. And there goes Jake with his testicle claw. Oh, Bad Jan wants to be in Iceland. There's just no Greenland or Alaska. Violet, I believe that's how you say that. Hi, and welcome to the stream. Hey! I am just doing a preview of John Old School. I just made him and I wanted his guy to see him. And so far he's doing pretty damn good. Yeah, I believe on next season, which is season 2, I believe there's going to be actually 4 people that were created by me. Maybe 5. Oh, I know, you're never here. Hey, Alfie! Welcome! Who's this dude? This is John Old School. And in the chat, he's John Rybert. Chance? Who's Chance? I don't know anybody named Chance. I see Cesar in the chat, but I don't see Chance. Oh, I'm glad I said your last name right, too. I know this submission move Jake is using, I was going to say, has worked many times. But, there you have it. Jake is the winner, but John did very, very well. So, John, I hope you're pleased. I don't know, Bill, but apparently you weren't. Well, since you are all here, is there any match you guys want to see real quick before I end the stream? Because I'm not really doing a show. I was just showing off characters. But since there's a few of you here that are in the show, well, thank you, Jake. Awesome, Bill. Thank you. Okay, you can do that. He'll probably want to do changes to him, but I have no problem uploading him for Pete or anyone else. Adam, you want a match, okay? Who do you want to face? Oh, Cesar. Or Cesar, excuse me. Cool. And just for the hell of it, we'll let Mama walk you to the ring, Cesar. wait a minute. I know what I want to do. That way, John, if you're still here, you can actually see what the Survivor Arena looks like. Alright. Oh, don't be so... I don't know what word I'm looking for here. Never mind. You never know what could happen. Anything could happen. Okay, good, you're still here. This is the actual arena I use for Survivor, which I forgot to put on in yours and Jake's match, but... Yes, I think that's the word, Adam. Thank you. Yes, and it takes a little bit of time for the matches to load because there are graphics in the arena. And that's one thing I've learned since playing. The more stuff you have in your arena, the longer it takes for the matches to load. And not just in your arena, but the characters themselves too, if they have a lot of art on them. But here we go. Down to ringside. Or beachside. His confidence is adorable. And making his way to the ring first, he is Adam Guerin. And as you'll see, on the current season of Survivor, these two gentlemen that are going to face off right now are actually on the same team. So this match would not really happen in Survivor as of yet, anyhow. Once we get down to where we are merged, then this match could happen. But John, you get a good look at how these guys are dressed, and that's basically how John will be dressed once the season starts. Gambley Games, hello! Or Chamberlain, sorry. Welcome to the stream. Happy to have you here. We're just having a little fun with a few matches right now. And for anyone interested in knowing, the actual Wrestling Survivor show comes on Friday nights, usually around midnight. And making his way to the ring, he is Cesar the Hunter. And he is being led to the ring by the host of Survivor, me, Wrestling Mama. Yes, Zerk, midnight Eastern Standard Time. Sometimes it's a little bit earlier, because I follow another show, and if he finishes early, then I go ahead and go on early. But most of the time, he doesn't finish too early, so... Hey, Pete! I only went live to show John his character that I made him. And then while we were here, Adam and Cesar wanted a match, so this is their match. But yeah, I just revealed what John Old School will look like in season 2. Who do you think you are, Terminator, Jake? I'll be back. Hey, Blaze. Yeah, I know. You could go all night. Yeah, it seems funny to see the two guys in orange fighting each other. Although not that funny, because it seems like every week when I set up the matches, the teammates fight each other before they decide to go against their opposing team. I know I haven't been keeping in an actual track of who's winning every week and who's losing, but I know there is one gentleman who has been doing really well in Survivor this season. But I'm not going to say his name, because then it'll make the rest of his team hating, and that could possibly get him voted off, and I don't want that on my shoulders, so. I know. You love when I say ass, Anarchy. I didn't say that, Pete. Nor did I deny that. No, it wasn't him I was talking about this time. Yeah, Pete, if you need me to upload John, I have no problem doing that. And I know you'll make your own changes to him. Thank you, Daniel. I'm glad to see you still sticking around. For those in the chat that don't know, Daniel did start the season of Survivor. However, he was unlucky one to get voted off. And I have no control over who gets voted off. I just receive the votes and read them. Okay. Yes, you did, Daniel, unfortunately. But that's the thing with Survivor. Every week, somebody's got to get voted off. At least one person. There are a few weeks when 2 people go home. Yeah, this is a pretty damn good match. The jury will start once we merge. Once we merge, then the first person voted off will become the first jury member. And that won't be for a bit yet. I think I counted and there's still something like 20 26, either 24 or 26 people still in. I have to count again. And yes, we have lost quite a few because we started with 33, but we got to get down a bit further than that before we merge. Only a 2. No problem, Elf. I have no problem answering questions like that at all. And of course, just like the TV show, every week we have someone win immunity. Although a couple times it's happened where the winner of the immunity idol, it didn't really matter because their team actually won. So, but that immunity is only good for 1 week. We did have, at the beginning, we had some hidden immunity idols that were found and have not yet been played. So there will not be any more hidden idols until those idols are played. He was skeptical it would work out as often as it does. I mean, it's like, we haven't had like, well, I can't say we haven't had, but before we changed from 3 teams to 2 teams, there was one team that was extremely lucky, and they were most of the time managed to finish second, which helped make it so they didn't have to vote. I think 1 week they actually did win. So the red team did not vote any single person off of it. However, the blue team and the green team seemed to take turns losing. 1 week the blue team would lose, and the next week the green team would lose. And now, since we've changed over to the orange and purple team, first week the purple team lost. This week the orange team lost. So we'll see what happens this week. Oh, and another kick out. I named the purple team the Purple Hangdangs. However, they did finally settle on a name, and that name will be put in this week. I actually have to still go in and do that. But they will now be known as Purple Rain. But for punishment, because they didn't get me the name, I named them the Purple Hangdangs. I should leave them the Purple Hangdangs. Well, I told them they had one more chance. If they didn't get me the name by today, they would stay the Purple Hangdangs and they wouldn't get another chance. But earlier in the week, I think it was Monday, they actually finally agreed on a name. And they will be known as Purple Rain. Purple paint now. What do you mean no and no, Mr. Zerk? No to stay in the hangdangs and no to become in the taint? That's what I thought. And Cesar kicks out. Oh, Blaze, you're funny. I was about to say, Cesar could be celebrating a bit too soon there. Actually, no one's been talking in either team chat for the last few days. Been very quiet in both those chats. Oh, and Cesar kicks out again. Oh, okay. Well, thank you, Alyssa. One, two. And another kick out by Cesar. Adam's screaming, stay down. A-Charge, welcome. No, this is not WWE. These are all created characters. I have no WWE characters on my show. It would be impossible to have them in my show. Because this show is based off of the television show Survivor. So every week someone has to be voted off. So I need a way to contact them, people, to get their votes. Okay, please, enough with the sad faces. This is true, and we've been doing a pretty good job of it on other shows. The created characters that we have usually do a lot better than the WWE characters. Awesome, it looks like tonight around 9-ish. Pillar to Post should be live with Wasteland Domination. So make sure you check that out. He does a really good job with his show. And of course, today is Wednesday, so at 6 o'clock tonight, that means Blazed Radio will be on. And I'm sure Pillar to Post will be following that. Blaze has LTD wrestling, and that's really great too. Oh, and Cesar beat you, Adam. All right. There's a few more people here. You guys want one more match? We'll do one more, and we'll put John, so that way the other people that weren't here at the beginning can get a look at him, and we'll put him against another character that I created for next season. Wow, I went way past it. This gentleman is in WU. You may know him, you may not. He's a GM in a few places. El Monstro de Cupi. Or however you might want to say that. I don't just speak of the Spanish. You think you need the medics? Okay, I'll send the medics your way, Cesar. You have to go into your account, John. I forget now, because when I did it, I was already Wrestling Mama, so I don't remember how I did it. I know it's in through your account and the settings in your account. Well, we know it's you. And this is John Old School, folks. Yes, Blaze is one of my favorites, for sure. Hey, Cassie! Welcome to the stream! I just created John, and I did this to show him. I put him in a match earlier against Jake. Then we had a little bit of a fun match. And now John's facing this gentleman, who I also made, who is a WU wrestler. And for those of you that don't know what WU means, it means Wrestler Unstoppable. It's a game found on Facebook. There's only one little problem with that, Anarchy. The problem is that you have Cesar in my show. So that gives an unfair advantage, even though I'm sure you wouldn't try to win the immunity. You would definitely have an advantage for Cesar to get the immunity. So that's why mainly right now, I only use stuff from Blaze's show because Blaze has no connection to Survivor at all. He has no wrestler that is here. I would use stuff from Pete's show, but again, Pete is here, so that would give him an unfair advantage. Susie, she's here, so if I use stuff from her show, that would be an unfair advantage. So I try to stay away from giving anyone an unfair advantage. Well, normally I would say yes, I'd have no problem adding you to the next season. However, I am still in season 1, and I am already completely full for season 2. So if anyone decides they don't want to be in season 2 and lets me know before the season starts, I can then get information from you and either create you or get your call from you and add you. Well, Adam, I don't know what to tell you. I guess the sunscreen I'm giving you is working really well for you. But let's face it, I mean, I know he wasn't here very long because he got voted out, but the sun here didn't help Frozen Rage much either. And the one thing I have noticed with this game, it's really hard with the skin tones to try and make it look tan. It's either way too dark or way too red or... Yes, or orange. And John won this match. There you go, John. Your guy can win. Alright, I want to thank everybody for being here with me. Like I said, I just did this so that I could show off John old school. So, I will see you all Friday night on the island.